Hot take, if you have a capsule wardrobe that changes every couple months, it's not a capsule wardrobe. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Celesta. We talk about all things luxury shopping and handbags. If you love those things, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification. I do post videos twice a week. So originally, I was going to do a fall haul for this video. I was gonna show you guys a couple things that I got for fall, but then as I was scrolling online, there wasn't really anything that piqued my interest that I wanted to buy, and I didn't want to buy something just for the sake of buying something to show what's new for fall. And I feel like in the last year and a half to 2 years, I would say, I feel like I've been buying less clothes. I feel like I've really figured out my capsule wardrobe. Like obviously I still buy dresses here and there or a couple things like that, but I feel like I've really nailed down my capsule wardrobe. And then anything else, especially for fall, it is so easy for fall to just change up the look with a jacket, with your shoes, and with your bag. And because I feel like my shopping habits have changed and it's not really buying these $200-300 hauls from Abercrombie anymore, I feel like it didn't feel right to make a video being like, here's my fall haul, even though I don't normally spend this amount of money and like try everything on. So today I really wanted to walk through where I buy my basics, what I feel like are basics, what's in my capsule wardrobe, especially for fall, and then how I'm able to kind of change up the look with jackets, shoes, and style it with my fall bags, because I feel like it's the jackets, the shoes, and the bags and the accessories that really make a look more fall or winter or spring for the most part. Like I feel like if you stick to your capsule wardrobe, you can have a ton of different looks, but it still remains capsule for the most part. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. I feel like in terms of my capsule wardrobe, I really only have a couple items. I feel like anything outside of this is not exactly, I wouldn't exactly consider it capsule. Like I have a lot of dresses, skirts, different tops that I feel like are easy enough to wear, but I wouldn't count it as capsule because I can't style it as many ways. So for me personally, I feel like t-shirts, obviously something like this. I get most of my basic plain t-shirts from Hollister actually, especially if you can find them on sale. They're like $7 to $8. I get like the ribbed ones. I feel like when I got these that you could also pick different lengths as well. So some I have are a little bit more cropped, some are a little bit longer, and like for the price, they're a great deal. They're also kind of a ribbed material, so I feel like it kind of like snatches you in a little bit and it just gives the eye a little bit of texture. I feel like as we're getting colder, you could also do like a long sleeve t-shirt. I know Hollister also has some long sleeve t-shirts. They have different necklines as well. I feel like for me, I've kind of just mainly done like this like regular neckline. Like I haven't really been doing a lot of boat necks or V-necks and different things like that. And I feel like you really can't go wrong with like a tank top. Like I feel like in terms of tops, like that's really kind of all you need. I know I have a whole sweater collection and I do love my sweaters, but I feel like with any basic top, you can kind of like throw over a sweater, whether that's over your shoulders, you want to wear it one button, unbuttoned. Like there's so many different ways to style that with the basics, but you do definitely need the basics to start. And then in terms of sweaters, I really feel like I only need two. I have a whole sweater collection. I get that. But I feel like with sweaters, I feel like the essentials are one cardigan and one like pull over sweater. My favorite places to find sweaters are from Saison. I love my Saison sweaters. I also really like Quince. I got a couple pieces from Quince more recently and last year as well, and I'm absolutely obsessed. The cashmere is so soft and it's like so affordable, and you could just throw it in the washing machine. It's probably like not best practice probably, but I didn't want to go dry clean it, and the instructions said I could throw it in the washing machine, so I threw it in the washing machine, no problems, you know, it's perfect. And then in terms of bottoms, I feel like you need one pair of jeans. I haven't really been a jeans girly since COVID probably. Like I really don't wear a lot of jeans anymore, so I feel like you need one pair of jeans, you need one pair of trousers, and a mini skirt. I am like a huge mini skirt girly. I don't know if you noticed in a lot of my outfits, I'll do like mini skirts and like boots for like winter or fall winter, and then I'll do like a mini skirt and just like sneakers for summer. I am a huge mini skirt girly, and I feel like honestly that is as capsule as it gets. I will use pieces from this like capsule wardrobe probably 90% of the year, and it's nice to have like other pieces that will complement them. So like your jackets will complement your capsule wardrobe, your shoes will complement this, but like your capsule wardrobe should not change. And I feel like I see a lot of videos online where it's like, here's my new capsule wardrobe. And it's like, but that's not capsule. It's changing every couple months. You know what I mean? And so with that, I will take my jackets, I will take my bags, I will take my shoes, and I will accessorize with the like very basic look. I know that these are not the most fashion forward outfits. I've never really been a fashion forward girly. I've always very much been like into the basics, into the neutrals. I've never been very bold with my fashion, and that's also why I don't call myself a fashion influencer. But I feel like a couple key pieces that you'll definitely want are your blazer coats. I love to get these from Abercrombie. I've gotten, this is now my second one. So I have one in tan, and then I have one in like a houndstooth material, and I feel like it makes such a cute look. So I'm able to style this with jeans. I'm able to style this with a mini skirt and boots. I think you could dress up, you can dress this down. This is perfect for going into the office. It's not too formal like a traditional blazer is, but it still has that like structured look to it. We do love a cropped trench coat. I was wearing the shit out of this cropped trench coat since spring, and I got this from Saison. This is like the viral Saison cropped trench, and I love the pop of color with the sleeve, and like if you wear it open, you kind of see it if the wind's blowing in a certain direction. Absolutely love it. I feel like it's definitely an essential for fall. The problem with the trench coats, I feel, is it kind of goes up and down in terms of trend. So sometimes it's cropped, which like right now, the most trendy look right now is the crop trench, but the most traditional length is probably knee length, but also I'm 4'11", so I feel like that just doesn't look super cute on me. I feel like a suede jacket will also help kind of change up the look for fall. I have this brown suede jacket that I got from Fabrique maybe earlier this year, and I love being able to style this. I wouldn't necessarily wear this with a suede bag because I feel like that's a little bit too much, but I've been able to wear this with jeans, with trousers, and really kind of just give the look a little bit more texture. A bomber jacket is always great as well. I also picked this one up from Fabrique. And the newest style, which brings you back to maybe 2012, 2013, are barn jackets. I feel like these used to be called utility jackets, or like, I think that's what they were called. They were like this green, like army green jacket. If you know, you know. Every bitch had this jacket, and I have to see if I can find any pictures of me wearing this back in like high school. I wore the shit out of this jacket. And unfortunately, barn jackets are back. I feel like instead of doing the green, people are kind of doing more tan colors. It's been a very casual way to just like throw over like a mini skirt or a pair of jeans, very casual look for an outfit. And usually depending on the bottoms that I'm wearing, I will accessorize with different shoes. So with the mini skirt, I'll usually do knee-high boots. I feel like I used to do like an ankle boot for mini skirts, but then I saw TikTok saying that it kind of like cuts off your leg at a weird angle and makes you look shorter than you are. And so with that, I pretty much since then I've been doing knee-high boots. I love a chunky heeled knee-high boot. I also feel like an ankle boot is essential, especially a heeled ankle boot, because again, I'm short. And so I'll usually wear these with pants. I want to make sure the pants cover most of the shoe. So they're not dragging on the floor, but they do cover most of the shoe. So there isn't this weird gap that you see between the pants and the shoe. White sneakers, obviously, you already know that these are my favorite. These are probably my third or fourth pair of like Veja sneakers at this point. Absolutely love them. I wear them all year round. I wear them when I'm traveling. They are perfect. And I feel like with that, you can style it with jeans. With jeans, I'll usually do a little bit more of like a cropped, like distressed kind of at the bottom. And so my ankle might show a little bit, but it doesn't look too like cut off by any means. And again, if I'm wearing like a mini skirt or it's like a warmer day, then I'll do that as well. And then the last essential I feel is a pair of Uggs. And I'm not gonna lie, I've gone through my fair share of Uggs. I think I have like 6 or 7, maybe even 8 pairs of Uggs throughout my years. And the quality is definitely not where it was before. I have slippers that I wear exclusively in my house that I've had for like maybe 2 years, and I don't even wear them all the time, right? It's like hot right now, so I'm like not wearing the slippers, and I feel like the fur has kind of like fallen apart a little bit, but at the same time I feel like people don't really care about the quality of Uggs because they're buying it for the branding. And so I feel like every couple years I add a new pair. The mini Ugg boot was very trendy, and I do love this look with the mini boot over the ultra mini. I feel like the ultra mini is kind of like hanging out a little bit, and so I feel like those are really the fall shoe essentials that you need. And then in terms of bags, I feel like I finally get to use my espresso martini bag. I do feel like the espresso martini bag was good like for summer nights, like very much like like going out to a bar, cocktail bar, wine bar, like that vibe. But now that it's like September, it's fall, we're able to wear this during the day. It's a little bit easier to wear with more fall looking outfits. In Midi, New York, which I've talked a lot about, I do feel like this is more of a year-round bag just because of the color of brown that it is. It's a little bit of a lighter brown, so I am able to wear it in the summer, but I'm also able to easily transition this for fall. The Freya Mini Christie, love this one as well. It's kind of a darker chocolate brown, which I didn't really get to use in the summer. I'm still debating if I want to keep my Coach Brooklyn bags, but I do have one in red, and I also picked one up in suede. If you want to see the full review for that, I will leave it in the description box below. And of course, a suede bag and hints of like red or even just like a black shoulder bag. I feel like if I have a very simple outfit on, right? Like I'm wearing white t-shirt, jeans, and a little blazer coat. I feel like with all of these other things, you can very much accessorize the look to look a little bit more fall, because white shirt and jeans with a baseball cap is very much giving a little bit more spring, a little bit more summer, versus if I were to throw on a blazer coat with this and I have a red bag, like this looks a little bit more fall to me. So you don't need to go out and buy a whole new wardrobe because you have a lot of the key pieces sitting in your house. It's really down to the accessories. It's really down to the jackets and the shoes and the bags that really make it look a little bit more fall versus just a very plain and simple outfit. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am so excited to start dressing for fall. I just need the weather to cool down just a little bit more. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will leave another video for you guys here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!